Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Bo. We are starting underground because we finally can get there now that we derped our way into getting those stairs figured out. Again, make sure you put at least one block behind your stairway so it'll work. What we're trying to do is we want to get all of our materials underground as quick as we can. That will help preserve them. And to do that, you have the option, which is pretty sweet, of being able to dig underground. Now, digging underground is way faster than I think than building outside resources, like an outside area. Not to mention, you get the benefit of additional protection, which is great. So, remember what we talked about stability, right? We talked about stability before. Well, if we are wanting to build, we can see anytime we, oh gosh, don't want to do that. Be like no symmetry. Every block will have a thing that says something about stability. See that? Stability 4. So essentially that means is the end here is 4, 3, 2, 1, right? And then it'll go 2, 3, 4. If you want to do the best possible thing, mining or making rooms underground, you can make them 5 by 5 or 5 by whatever. It's irrelevant how long this is, which is really cool actually. So as long as you only make it 5 wide, you could do like this. I'm not joking. And then you don't have to worry about the, nothing will cave in with this. And you're going to have great protection for your items because underground, nothing's going to be an issue. There we go. Putting the door, like doing a doorway like this, does create a spare room. Spare room will give you additional things. You can see the ambient temperature is almost nothing, half a degree. Like it's almost freezing down here, which is great. What I like to do is usually use like a big room like this for storing, materials. It's not really all that critical or important. And then I'll build a couple auxiliary rooms. Again, we can use that 5 principle here. What we do want to make sure to think about, though, is if we're going to go building downtown, like down here, minimize the amount of doorways you have going into your room. So your main storage area right here, not a big deal. This is where like wood and dirt and crap is going to be stored. But if you want to store like food right through here, make sure to only have like one door going into it because you want to keep the insulation factor really high. As you can see down here, very cool, very nice to work in. Oh gosh, 33C. Remember, it's Celsius in this game, so you're gonna have to deal. All right. Let's start putting down a wood floor. One thing I will advise is, if you put doors down on a wood floor versus on the ground, it'll change the height of that door. So just make sure you put that door either on a floor or on the ground and make it consistent. But that's not the biggest deal. Okay, so we still want to keep digging down for our more sensitive stuff, like putting all our production and bedroom facilities nice and far in the ground. There we go. What research we got available? Let's get stone block cutting in there. That is good. We can probably start moving stuff down there. Let's see. Not a whole lot of sticks. I was hoping we'd have a lot more sticks available so we could just keep building out the stick field. I think it's actually what we're going to do. Stick traps are garbage for the most part. They don't really do a whole lot. But what I will say is that I'd rather have sticks than nothing. They do help. And every once in a while, you'll have some animals that'll run by and get caught in your stick traps. Which is its own kind of hilarity. It's like free meat. It just kind of falls in your lap, which is kind of nice. Get rid of that. Get rid of that, and get rid of that. All right. All right, food does look a little low because it's so hot that all our stuff is rotting before it gets a chance to do anything. Which is as we think of as no bueno, which I will agree to. Now what I'm going to do is let's start moving our default stockpile down here. We can actually start growing our stockpile. Let's get rid of food. I don't want bones down here, and I don't want human carcass down here either. We're going to move carcasses and stuff to the food room. Waste I don't want down here. Books will make our own room at some point, but this is going to work out nicely. Okay, let's kill this. So destroy that stock area so that they're going to freak out and start moving everything downtown. There we go. And see, as we're building out, we can expand that area, and more importantly, make sure there is some kind of floor down. Okay, if you have a floor down, look at this. You see this? It'll the resource will decompose because it's on the ground. But if you don't have it on the ground, then it won't decompose, which is what you want. So now it won't decompose and everything will stay nice. You can click on that pile, the stockpile, and expand it as you get these things all milled out. So see, now we have a nice big pile, and we'll be on it by putting down our floor. Again, it don't have to be perfect, but this is pretty good. As soon as this gets dug out, we'll have a place to start putting food. But I think I'm going to start getting that done right now. Default stockpile. There we go. Sometimes it gets a little dumb. What? There you go. Clear all. I want carcasses and I want food. I want food and carcasses, but I don't want humans down here and I don't want bones. That'll just ensure that everything's good. So if we look in the spare room, it's super cold down there, which is great. So let's move this and kill this guy. We don't want that. Books, we also don't want that too. Let's move everything downtown. Everyone's kind of freaking out right now and moving a bunch of that equipment and all the materials down here, which is not necessarily a bad thing. There we go. Very good. Okay. This is great. So moving all these things down here will allow them to not decay. It'll also ensure that we have additional protections, which is always acceptable. And then we don't want to forget our floor. Okay. Oh, red currant's getting there. Oh, let's see if we can get that happy boy right there cut into pieces. Let's see, get that guy figured out. Yeah, you're going to see a big change. The second, now that we're able to effectively store meat and food down below, you will see there'll be a massive difference in just how long that food will last. It's crazy. So if it's cold enough like it is on this one, it's like 0 degrees down there, you can basically take stuff that you harvest in the spring and store it almost indefinitely. It's really good. If we click on an item inside the room and it's showing that there's no like will rot in XYZ time, it's cold enough. More than likely, we will continue going down to, this is just a temporary storage area, just so you know, because what we want to do is eventually put all the food next to our sleeping quarters, because then the people are able to immediately get food when they get out of bed. They get to work faster. There will be some additional benefits that we will encounter down the road. Okay, there we go. Get to building. Oh yeah. Okay, this is like the fun part about this is just walking the store areas or walk in the subterranean to get everything built out. So let's see what we got here. We can check actually above we can see that there is stability 1 right above us. See? And then it goes to 2. 1, 2. So we can see that's the middle. So we're in a good space. We're in a good spot. This is gonna be good. Oh, cancel that. Don't dig nothing. No, thank you. Oh, I have an idea of what we can do. This will actually work out real well. We can build a shooting tower. This is what we're gonna do. Check this out. You're gonna love this. So cancel that. Let's build that a little further back, and we'll create a little shooting platform up here. People can still access that from here. There we go. You get a bonus to range for your bow and arrow, or the higher up you are. So having something like this allows us to get additional range, which is pretty good. And then what we'll do is we'll dig out an area around this thing to force our enemies into one choke location, which I think they're already going to go to. If I can take a guess, that's what they'll do. All right. Wow. I think I got way too much stuff happening, so everyone's like freaking out. Ah, crap. Guess we had an instability issue there. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna build a couple beams real quick. And then I gotta patch the roof. That's not good. Huh. Maybe there's like degradation or something. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of beams down here. I don't know if it's entirely necessary, but at the same time, it seems like very cheap insurance in case this thing they don't like. Because I mean, stability 1 should not be a problem, but looks like maybe it is. So let's avoid that. Okay. Oh, there's our little wall up there. Okay. Build one more wall. Let's see if we can get that built. Hopefully we can. I just want to give a little bit more room up here so that in case trebuchets start, that our guys don't have issues. Like, you know, I don't want it to like be the target and then they just get worked over hard. And what we'll do is we got to put a couple more doors on this thing too. So let's put a couple more doors. This just buys us a little bit of time. There we go. 3 doors will eventually turn into grate or gates, and then this will be all limestoned. But yeah, I know. What are you gonna do for right now? Oh, we could build that. Nice. Nice. Let's build that up. Because I want to put a couple walls right there just to kind of reinforce and protect the stairway that'll be coming in. Oh boy. All the Thor's hammer does is eventually sometimes it like hits crops or blows stuff up or something. It's not honestly end of the day, but whatever. Okay. As soon as those are built, we'll stick a stair on there and we'll be happy campers. All right, let's cut this down. Want that away from the house. Oh man, finish it up. There you go. And we'll stick a stairway on there and ready to jam. I like this. You guys will really enjoy this. I guarantee it. It'll be hilarious. I know they can't reach it yet, but I'm just getting this set up. All right. Well, of course, the settlers are starving. I mean, they need to do work. All right, let's go downstairs and check it out. All right, let's go check our things. See, it's so cold down here that nothing is spoiling. So that's where we want to be. Let's expand this to the whole room. Cool. And now, as always, make sure to put flora down, otherwise your stuff will rot on the ground, which is exactly what we don't want. But there we go. Ooh. And now let's double check our last one. We're starting to get to this point where now we're kind of overwhelming the workers with too many tasks, so they're not able to kind of do anything. But perfect. Very good. Okay, now that we've got that done, put limestone, and we can start swapping this out, but we're going to start doing that with limestone brick. Okay, there we go. Get that built up. Oh yeah, perfect. Look at that. We got smoked meats coming. Smoked meats downstairs in the ground, like in the subterranean storage area, last indefinitely. It is hilarious. All right. So what did we accomplish in this one, guys? Well, we started moving all of our materials below ground. Showed you the 5x5 rule, or at least making it 5 wide to not violate the stability issue. Make sure to put a floor down before you put your, make sure to put a floor on it. Then you can have all of your stockpiled items be nice and happy and not rot in the ground, which is never good. No one likes rotting in the ground. Blah. Okay, and I think the next time what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Goblin Town. We're going to try and getting this thing as low as we can. To start moving our sleeping quarters and stuff underground, and then we will reinforce this whole area here against what will happen is trebuchet fire. Okay. Oh man, I'm excited. This will be good fun. At least it should be fun. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get a couple things accomplished, and then we will come back. And I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised by just how awesome this can be. All right, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Again, if you've learned something new in this one that you hadn't learned previously, I want you to put it down in the comments below for everybody else so they can understand what you learned, and then we can all collectively learn. All right, yeah,